Alright, what's up guys? It's the one back with another WWE 2K18 news video for you today. And today's video is based on strictly news, no rumors. This is all true, so here we go. Since there's been a couple YouTubers that met with the WWE 2K developers at 2K headquarters, and they were allowed to release the information that they learned and were told from the 2K developers today, July the 5th. And those YouTubers were Dankops, Pulse, Luigi PS3, and Tony Pizza Guy. So all of this information is coming from their YouTube channels and what they've said, and I've compiled it into one whole video. So here we go. First, coming in, the primary focus is that the 2K developers said for their game is obviously, which they say pretty much every year, is want the best and most realistic game possible to make and to produce for the new games, and that's what they are trying to do. And also a new and improved and whole revamped My Career mode, and I'm going to get into that right now, and that's one of their focuses. So they're going to have a new upgrading system, like upgrades like progression and way to make your superstar better and have a better system like NBA 2K. They're introducing fighting styles which have been in previous games, but is going to be very, very highly used in this game, like being a high flyer, giant, a big man, or a strong man. And this is going to limit the moves you could do. So if you're like a giant, you can't just do like a springboard 450 splash or any springboard moves if you're giant. But if you're a high flyer, you can't they're going to limit the amount of power moves you can do. Like for like a high flyer, they're going to let you do like these insanely big, like pick up the Big Show for power bomb, because that's not really that realistic, and that's their focus for this game. And with like the limitations of fighting styles, obviously the best fighting style could probably get the best of both worlds is like more of an athletic strongman, which I would probably be in my career mode. So yeah, that's my suggestion. And the return has been gone from the game since SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Backstage free roaming, like roaming the backstage for my career in WWE 2K18 has returned, and it will be awesome. Just like how Road to WrestleMania and SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, you get to roam the backstage, go into like the GM's office, the locker room, catering, parking lot. That'll be really, really good. Next, they have revamped the promo engine, and Chris Danker was talking about how the YouTubers really told the developers that the promo engine just absolutely sucked, and they really need to revamp it. And so 2K is calling this promo engine called Promo Engine 2.0, and hopefully it's better than last year. Hopefully it has more leading, and hopefully it uses the superstars' catchphrases that they use in real TV, which would be pretty cool. And for more of my career to be more compressed and more like story directional and more branching, instead of just on and on repetitiveness that the My Career mode has been the last 3 years. So it's going to be way much more replayable, and you're going to want to go back and play it again after finishing it. And since more branching and more opportunities to get different and better storylines and make the most out of this game. There's also a new online my player mode that they're introducing called Road to Glory, but the YouTubers said that the 2K developers really did not elaborate much on that, and said it's just online player mode where like there's challenges to go against. It's called Road to Glory. So there hasn't been any talk about from the 2K developers to them about any 2K showcase mode, but reminding you guys that this is not all the stuff that's in the game. Like, they're keeping stuff from those YouTubers and to the YouTube and WWE 2K community until they have released any more like trailers and stuff to build more hype down the road in like August and September, which is when they're really going to go push for the game. And so this is not all what's going to be included. So if you're like if you're feeling I left out something, like, they're not telling us everything. So going on to the creation suite, there will be the return of create a match feature, so you could like create a match like a I quit match. Hopefully is back in, like you could do 2 out of 3 falls and like in a steel cage, 2 out of 3 falls, Hell in Cell, maybe 3 stages of Hell match. So you get to create a match, you name it, and then you put it in the match, and then it gets put in the match slot. So one in the main menu, you could just choose the slot for choose that slot and that match instead of remaking it every time. So that's gonna be real cool. I'm gonna use that a lot and make more creative and more interesting matches and more variety to this game, which I am very, very looking forward to. And I have some bad news. It looks like there's going to be it looks like there's not going to be create a finisher in the game. And I'm not happy about that, because that was used to be one of my favorite creation tools, because I liked using my own finisher and be creative and not be original and not like generic and use someone else's finisher that's already in the game, like my career player using the RKO when I'm facing Randy Orton. It's kind of weird having the same finishing move. So that's what I'm saying. I wish we had the creative finisher back, but you can't get everything you ask for. Next is, which would be awesome for us YouTubers, is the free roam camera, like the free camera in highlight reel and creative video. It's going to be awesome to just create your own camera angles to get the best shot of the move or entrance. It's going to be awesome, and I've been waiting for that for a long time. I really feel like the camera angles they gave in 2K17 were not the best, and I'm looking forward to having a better camera angle that will help me produce the best quality videos and best camera angles for my videos, which will be awesome. There has been new models, like new base models for creating superstars and realistic, makes them more realistic so they don't just look like rubber mannequins that you're fighting with and just put facial hair and hair on and clothes on. And all ethnicities are represented, so you got all the ethnicities, which will be really cool to play with and makes it so much more realistic. They've overhauled the graphic engine, and it's going to be more like NBA 2K, and they said the graphics will be looking almost exactly like NBA 2K to that level, which will be awesome, make it the best ever. And that's what they said, their graphics are the best ever, and they're not concentrating on Xbox 360 or PS3, so that's what I'm saying. They're concentrating on the current gen. It's gonna be awesome. The graphics are like NBA 2K, Chris Dankers saw a straight screenshot of Randy Orton's model compared to last year's in his entrance of compared to 2K17 to 2K18. He says it looks phenomenal, and they're making all new models with the characters. So, and that's just putting his old model into the new engine, and he said it looks insane and looks 10 times better. And he can't wait see what it looks like with the new model, and hopefully this looks exactly like 2K, NBA 2K, which will make this game the most realistic game I've ever seen. With that, there's gonna be new shadows and new lighting, so the superstars look brighter and more clear, and the shadows make it way much more realistic. Going on to the commentary team, this is what we've been waiting for a while, to revamp the commentary team. We just recently got JBL, and it looks like he will not be returning to the game after, I think it's 1 year, I don't know, 1 or 2 years. He will not be returning to the game. The commentary team for WWE 2K18 is Byron Saxton, Michael Cole, and Corey Graves, which is a fresh, new, realistic feel to the game. So there's new commentators, so you don't feel like you're back in like the old Ruthless Aggression era with Jerry King Lawler and JBL and Michael Cole. You feel like the new up-and-coming announcers, which makes it feel like it's a new game, it's a new generation. It just feels so much more realistic with the current day announcers announcing the current product and current new WWE 2K18. And there's gonna be a new there's a new ring announcer. So Lillian Garcia, since she is not with the company, even though she sung the Star Spangled Banner last night on SmackDown, she will not be back with ring announcing. The new ring announcer is JoJo from Raw. It's gonna be awesome, and just a new addition to make it feel more realistic and more like real life. The next is there's going to be multiple referees, so not the same referee that looks like John Cone. There's going to be multiple referees, but they're particularly not going to look like the referees that actually are in WWE, because they couldn't get the licensing for that. So just be some random dudes that look different, so just more variety to the game and feel different. So like different referees for different shows if you're doing universe mode. So this has been announced that it will be the largest roster ever, and it looks like it's been like that since WWE 2K16. They've been progressing to a bigger roster ever each year, and it's gonna be awesome. They said that it will be close to 200 playable superstars. How awesome is that? 200, such a variety. That sounds like we're going to get a lot of the Cruiserweight division, a lot of NXT, and a lot of legends and current superstars, which I'm very happy and very pleased to hear, because you always love variety. And downloading the 2K, the new creations, creator wrestler guys from Community Creations can be a pain in the ass, since Community Creations is very slow. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and variety is always awesome. So the Backstage brawling has been expanded, and new arenas, so it's not always gonna be, so if you have your match on in a like say a Payback pay-per-view, and you go back, it's False Count Anywhere match, you go backstage and you're in the Raw backstage, which absolutely makes no sense. That is now changed, and there's going to be a variety of different arenas that you could go backstage in. So you could go backstage in SmackDown now, hopefully like NXT, maybe like the pay-per-views, and customize your own backstage. They haven't said that, but hopefully that happens. But there's going to be new objects and new playable areas, and hopefully they bring back, which sounds like they are bringing back, the playable spots of the parking lot and hopefully catering, which would be awesome with the and there's going to be new objects, interactive objects that you could use, like hopefully cars in the catering food. Alright, we're going here to universe mode. So I'm going to start off with the good news about universe mode. They are revamping the whole universe mode system. Story system's revamped, so it's going to feel like it has more of a flow, and the storylines actually make sense. It's just not a random storyline that happens at a timeline that only happens for like, you could choose like 48 weeks. It's actually going to stop at a time that actually feels like it needs to stop, like it's gone on. It doesn't feel like it's gone on for too long. It doesn't feel like it's gone on not long enough. So it's gonna also have the run-ins, which introduce a new rivalry, which is gonna be pretty cool. Like, for example, like you're fighting, like John Cena and Randy Orton are fighting, and then at the end you're beating Randy Orton. John Cena's destroying Randy Orton after the match, but AJ Styles comes out and helps and goes after John Cena because he's beating up Randy Orton. That's going to start an AJ Styles versus John Cena feud, which would be pretty cool. So the branching sounds awesome. Looking at my list, I said new logical storylines. But here's some bad news. I am sorry, and I was very sad to see this. I was like, oh, damn, not again. There is no draft. They said there will not be a WWE draft implemented in this universe mode, so that sounds like there's not going to be a GM mode either, which I don't know. Maybe they haven't come out with all the details about this, but maybe they're just trying to keep something from us and stay optimistic that there is a GM mode. There's just two separate. There's going to be Universe and GM mode. But hopefully that happens. If not, it sounds like the Universe mode is going to be pretty good and hopefully implements the brand split. And that they better have the brand split implemented, because it really needs an overhaul. So they're introducing mid-move adjustments. So if you're doing like a body slam by the ropes, you could hold the guy in midair and move him to the middle of the ring. So you body slam in the middle of the ring. That would make absolutely more sense. So more freedom. Excuse me. More freedom to, on where to place your opponent when you're doing move. So you could set up the perfect finisher and all that. Gonna be new smart superstar pairing in Royal Rumble. So if you're in a tag team and say Jimmy Uso comes out, Jey Uso is already in the ring, and they're going after Mark Henry, Jimmy and Jey Uso is going to team up to destroy Mark Henry and use their tag team moves to do in a Royal Rumble match, which would be pretty cool. And there's going to be they've introduced and said that there will be the new Elimination Chamber model that has been introduced by the SmackDown Live brand in 2017, which would be pretty cool. And I was expecting to see that. A new modern Elimination Chamber model, which would be pretty damn cool. One more thing, and one I'm very excited to hear, and it's about damn time they had this. The superstar limit for amount of people in a ring is 8. So now you could have potentially a fatal 4-way tag team match, an 8-man battle royal, an 8-man ladder match. You can have all these options, more variety, more freedom. And it'd be awesome. 8 people in the ring at a time. And that's going to be awesome for the Royal Rumble. So you don't have to stall and wait 5 minutes for the next person to come out when there's 6 people in the ring. Wow, that was a lot of talking. Alright. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to keep you up to date with all the news and rumors about WWE 2K18. Keep checking into the channel to see what's coming out next, I will have and try my best to find more news and rumors about WWE 2K18. I can't wait for this game to be released. With all this news that I've announced, it seems to be that this game will be the best ever, and it hopefully will, and I feel like it will be. So please like this video, comment, share it, do anything you can to get this video out there and this information out there, because I want all people to know that this game is going to be awesome. And besides, there's no draft. Even though there's no draft, that sounds like this game's going to be awesome. Please subscribe to the One Sports Gaming and have a great day. This is the One signing off.
Brock Lesnar is working well right now. It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the floor. And he gets out of the way, and he dodges that one. Oh, this may very well end it. Submission locked in, and this might be it.
This is not the position you want to be in. Watch it.
What strength, fighting his way out. Extra slow getting back to his base here.
Stay down. Stay down.
Look, look. And the action could not be contained inside that ring. Shoulders down. Championship on the line. 2, 3.
Oh, look at this. Samoa Joe won. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and new champion, Samoa Joe.
He did it.
Here are your winners and new WWE Raw Universal Champion, Samoa Joe.
Oh my gosh, new champion. And will things in the WWE ever be the same again?
You're right. I think the entire landscape of the WWE just changed. And on top of that, there's a new champion in the WWE.
Matches like that.